The Ferris wheel was first created when there was a need for an out-of-this-world center attraction at the Chicago Fair. Daniel Burnham, the lead engineer and designer for the project, quickly knew that they needed to come up with something that could compare to the Eiffel Tower. One proposal after another, these buildings that are thousands of feet high and more than anyone could imagine, just did not seem to hold up to the expectations of what was going to be promised. A young engineer, George Washington Gale Ferris Jr., came into the picture, and that is when the Ferris wheel actually came into creation. Ferris was a very smart man. He graduated with a civil engineering degree from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute and went on to doing engineering work on railways, mining tunnels, and even bridge building. The idea of the Ferris wheel did not come from out of thin air, as there was an actual inspiration in Ferris's early childhood. When he was little, he lived on a ranch, and it seemed to be fascinated by the water wheel. The water wheel was a machine that rotated with buckets attached to them, which then would collect water and be supplied to the horses. Ferris proposed idea after idea, but even he knew that they were not up to standards. In his own words, he stated, "None of them were satisfactory." It was at one of these dinners down in Chicago at the Chop House that I hit on the idea. I remember marking that I would build a wheel, a monster. After numerous drawings and drafts of how the wheel could somehow rotate while humans sat inside, Ferris came up to his conclusion. At first, it was not what people wanted, as no one knew if this type of attraction would ever turn. Small findings of information from the early 17th century have been found that contain information on small wheel-type rides for children in Europe, but nothing ever this large and tedious has been designed before. The wheel contained 36 cars, allowing 60 people per car. Each loading would be followed by a full rotation so that every passenger can experience full lengths around the wheel. It was believed by many people that the wheel would either tip over by the wind or by the number of people riding. Everyone was proved wrong on June 21, 1893, when the wheel turned for the first time. Once up and running, the Ferris wheel was a hit of the fair. Ferris and the engineering team did it, making the Ferris wheel the top attraction. It was not known in the beginning that the Ferris wheel would be a hit or not, but in the end, he created an attraction that will forever be a favorite to all people all over the world.